Hey guys, welcome back. Got last day of June, last day of the quarter. It is June 30th. Tomorrow, July 1st. Then we've got July 2nd. Then we've got a long weekend for Independence Day. We're gonna talk about GME, talk about the SPY, talk about what's going on, option plays we've got. Make sure to sub up, like up, comment down. Happy money sticks around. Welcome back. I want to start the video right before SPY hit all-time highs again, but I kind of missed it. Had this nice little run up to all-time highs, and then right when we hit that 10-minute mark till close, crazy stuff always happens. Like, goes up really fast, goes down really fast. I don't know what's happening then, but this was a really fast dump on one of the biggest ETFs. Look how volatile this thing is in the last 10 minutes. This is crazy. Crazy just to watch. GME today, totally normal price action. We've got, let's see, our open, where are we? Yeah, here's the opening, nice drop down to 206, and then just barcoded here, 209, with basically the lowest volume we've had all year, and then huge candle on the 5-minute with 87,000 volume. Bumped us up 3.5, almost 4%, and then came right back down, and then just back to flat. So, it's okay. Just a one-time thing, and then but it actually happened again here. So just another one. But this one's small, so it's okay. And here we are coming into the close. A little bit of volume, about an hour to close, and it's kind of holding up now. So. Very, very flat day on GME, and volume is still, even with those two little pump and dumps, our volume is very low, 2.3. We'll probably close maybe just less than yesterday's volume. People were saying yesterday's volume was the lowest of the year. My charts don't show that. This day is a lot less right here. Just this day on 5/5, May 5th. Yesterday was 2.4. This day was 1.7. So. Today's volume is low though. Like I was kind of saying, it looks like we're going to be consolidating, kind of holding this range. Maybe come down. I was kind of expecting us to come down to maybe the 180, but it's every day it goes on, looks like it's wanting to hold the support. SPY ripping again. Wow, look at that thing go. So yeah, this might be this new floor, and I was hoping it wasn't going to last this long. Every day this is getting shorter though, so every day we go on, this long is getting shorter. Hard to know if we will or not. On the MACD, it's finally starting to settle down a little bit. Still, I would still say a couple days for this thing to kind of flatten and look better. If you look back here, so even on this day, this is what I was comparing it to before. We had all these low volume flat days, even a lot more volume than nowadays, but for then it was very low. And then on the daily, this MACD, this huge green day, it's actually hadn't even crossed over till the next day, so we could see that. But if you see where the lines are in the histogram, they're a little bit lower, so I think we're still a little high on our MACD and our signal lines. These are still a little spread out, still a little high. So I'd give it a few more days, just technical analysis wise. We do have different failed deliver ideas, different things like that. After today, let's see, the CEO of GME is able to, where he's got all his shares basically. So if the theory about them, SPY's about to hit all-time highs again. If the theory about him or GameStop waiting for positive news for him to get all his shares, if that is true, we'll see something big tomorrow. Either price action based on who knows what, could be failed deliver stuff. There goes SPY. Could be from news. I mean, the easiest thing for GameStop would be just to start announcing some of this news that we're expecting that hasn't been official yet. So some people are pretty hyped for the next couple days on that. Let me show you this one. Shout out Investment Oracle. So the crypto dividend, basically July, let's see, was it? This percentage saying the record date is July 14th. So this is still speculation. So if they were going to on the crypto, on the address or whatever, if you type it in, it gives you July 14th, I believe is the date. So they have 10 calendar days before that to announce it. And so that would actually, if you count Monday being closed because of July 4th, I can't remember exactly why, but basically this guy's saying it should happen tomorrow or the next day if they're going to announce it. Third won't work because it's a Saturday. Fourth is nice. Yeah, can't remember why it couldn't be later. Maybe it's too close to the actual announce of dividends. So if they're going to have a dividend on the 14th, the second record is informed of at least 10 calendar days. Let's pretend for a second that the record date is July 14th. And I think July 14th gets that from the token, yeah. So if we are going to get a crypto dividend July 14th, I believe is what he's saying, then it needs to be announced either tomorrow or the next day. That coincides with the CEO being having all his allotment of shares, so he's got a nice average and the share price hasn't gone crazy yet. So look at this SPY, oh my goodness. So we'll see. That's one theory for the next couple days, which could be big. Another nice little GD I read by U. Thomas. I'll just read the TLDR. Citadel used out of money options locates one last time to the extreme before 005 came into effect to try and buy back shares the lowest price possible. Hold the stock, don't fall for the other baited plays coming up. Be patient, ape. Short squeezes will be a thing of the past after this. 005 will be hopefully stop locates and options chain and also prevent lent shares from being rehypothecated and lent to someone else. You could see the borrow time reduced to a maximum T+6. So this theory kind of makes sense to me. Also that they maybe covered their failed deliver when GameStop sold or offered shares. Last time GameStop offered shares, we actually failed to deliver that time as well. We failed to deliver or cover the failed delivers. And I think the offering of shares kind of plays into that. And then also with just these new rules and regulations, things are going to get mixed up and moved around. So that theory of them kicking it like one last time and then just a much bigger failed deliver, I think that could hold true. And the dates on it will be different. And for all these different rules to kind of play out, like even once they're active, at least like 005, my understanding, I don't have much to back this up, but I'm just kind of imagining it's going to take some time if they're starting to mark shares that are lent out. So it seems like shares that are already lent out, they won't maybe get marked yet until they're returned and then lent out. Or maybe they're all getting marked now and then, but yeah, I feel like it has to probably get reset. And then when the new share gets lent, it will be marked. So if that's correct, then it will take some time for the borrowed shares to be marked so that they can't be rehypothecated. So that could be something. And then the 002 deal, where they only have an hour. Yeah, again, that one I was kind of expecting price action from that. It's possible that we have to see GameStop go crazy before we will see that not implemented, but that being basically executed. And yeah, but all that being said, if you kind of stick with the technical analysis on GameStop, it's worked out all right. I mean, my biggest play was just looking at TA and not looking at anything else. The DD got me excited, but I've more or less only lost money getting hyped on dates from DD. So, except for failed delivers, that one did work. Except for this last time. I'll go into some of our plays. Here's another DD about JP Morgan. I'm trying to find any news I can on which banks to short, basically. And JP Morgan borrowing money and look like they may explode. That's all I needed. TLDR. No, I read through this one. It's kind of interesting. So I've short on Credit Suisse, Bank of America, and today I added JPM to the list. So this is kind of interesting. It's funny because I bank with a couple of these. I guess it's not funny. I don't know. I'm insured. I don't have more than $250,000 in any of them, so I'm golden. Market just closed. GameStop held up. So after all of the barcoding and pinned down, we're up 1.5%. So not bad. Looks like it's holding the floor here. MACD on the hourly's crossed over now that we've closed. This looks like a pretty solid floor. After this run up this day, I was expecting us to sell off and then maybe consolidate, but then continue to probably retest this 200 or 197, 198. Not sure if that's going to happen. Maybe tomorrow, or maybe we'll just kind of hang out up here before we hopefully break out past this resistance right here that we've respected multiple times. Starting with back here on 611, and then it hit it here 624, and then just hit it on 628. Show you the plays that we did. So I sold a couple puts today, or no, one. I only sold one today. Again, on the daily on GME. I mean, it looks like we're holding this floor if you're looking at support and resistance, but this MACD is still, I mean, it's still bearish. We're still under the 9 moving average with red candles. And to me, there still looks like a gap where there's a strong support here at this 180. Given there's some support back here in this range, but that's why I've been kind of slow to open up puts, or to sell puts basically, for this week. Just because, yeah, it's, I haven't been too convinced, but the week's almost over now, halfway through, so tomorrow maybe I'll go in a little heavier with it. But yeah, the premium has just been getting crushed. I was looking at it today. Show you, so let's see. So this Friday, if we're looking at expiration of this Friday, we'll look at something close to the money. Look at this, just 217. Look at how this thing has moved in the last just 10 days. Let's see, 1 month. It's actually not been as bad. So this one's worth 3,200, 617. Let me look at let's look at just these last few days. So after that sell-off, 611. So just from 611, look, just even since 614, just since right here. Show you this thing decay. Where is that? Like last Wednesday or so? Right here. Yeah, this 217 and a half. I think they added all these halves. I'm not sure, but was that to try and prevent a gamma squeeze? I read somewhere that because there's all these half strikes now, and there haven't always been. Before it was like by 5s or even 10s that have bigger gaps, but there's always like little half strikes. And is that to spread out, or would that cause a gamma squeeze? I'm not sure. I just imagine it's to prevent it because the market makers are not on our side, which is insane to think about, but it's like the ref being on the other team. Anyways, 3,100 here, 614, even 4,300. Wow. And then today this thing's only worth 400, so that's lost a lot of value just in the last, let's see, here it was 800. It's halved its value since 628. So 628 right here, just in the last 3 days, this thing's halved its value. So that is where they're making money, I would say, presently. Option market makers. And maybe that's affording them to keep this going a little longer. That's some theories. So nice to sell premium if you're able to, and then wait for a good volume and price action to actually buy into that high IV. Because the IV, I mean, near the money, it's actually just under 100% right now, but the prices of it are still very high. And I don't know the deltas well enough to know all the different intricacies, but it seems like the price of it's too high for that IV. So maybe I'm not reading into it right, but maybe it is. Anyways, hour looks good. Daily, kind of holding up, not too bad. We had in our long term, we had Airbnb running today, which is, it's good for our long term, but I sold the covered call, so tomorrow or Friday I might have to roll that over. Hasn't broken new highs, but this is a big engulfing candle. MACD never crossed over bearish on this one. I just saw this 9 under the the red under the 9 moving average, and then just seemed like it wanted to kind of come back down, but looks like it might be going good now. Rocket had a funny bump today too, and then it just pumped and dumped. This thing is so weird. Look at this. This is why I think it's shorted like GME. I mean, we had the previous kind of squeeze, but when like this is insane. So one strategy is maybe to look at some of the other ones that aren't looked at as much that might squeeze when GME does. And Rocket to me is one of those because premiums on Rocket are much less. So hard to know timing on that, but there was a lot of money to be made on this squeeze back here because Rocket had traded so flat even just in the last few months before it, and then that was totally unexpected. Premiums are probably a little bit higher now, but maybe not a whole lot. I mean, this has been a while since that's happened. That was in what was that? January, February, March. So yeah, it's got quite a while. Anyways, I love losing money to option premium on Rocket, as you guys know. So sold a 207.5, and then today, let's see, today I sold a 210 put on GME. This one's up 35%, so I timed it pretty good on it, but you don't even have to time it that well when it's just the time decay is getting crushed on these. Still have our 400 shares in here and shares in our other brokerages. These calls are going to expire worthless unless crazy news happens. Then I'll probably be averaging into them. Here's our JP Morgan puts we got. I'm trying the same strategy again. It's kind of interesting. Just kind of searching out, sniping the option chain for the time, like the time as well as the strike price where it loses momentum. It starts to become almost worthless. It's worked out pretty well so far, and it's kind of, I'm not sure. I mean, I know there's slippage, but this one, so this one I could probably get 6 for, and earlier today the ask was, or the bid was 6 and the ask was 7, so I definitely could have gotten 6 then. So that's a pretty, it was a 30, well, it was in the middle, so it was like 30%. But this same thing is what I did on Bank of America. I got the real cheap ones for 3 cents, and they go up to 4 or 5 cents, and you've got 66%. So I maybe should go a little heavier on them. I'm not sure, but it is kind of an interesting thing. I'm not planning on selling these right away, but I might start going a little heavier on these and just flipping them, because you jump up 30 or 40% pretty easily. You can just sell them out. Our Viacom debit spread and naked call are looking good. Viacom's up today. What else do we do? Oh, I closed out of the CarMax debit spread. CarMax had good earnings. Looked like it was getting bearish, so I sold out of it. Didn't get the max gain, no problem. Down a little bit on it, but that looks like it's coming off a cliff. On the daily, though, it's probably just consolidating some, but I don't have enough time. That one closed or expired on Friday. Day traded Verb, lost some money. That's fun. And yeah, I think that's it. Stoked you guys are watching. Sub up, like up, comment down. Happy money sticks around. Follow us. Follow us on this device, this Twitter device, at Happy Money YT. We've also got a Discord. You can come talk trash. It's in the description. Thanks for watching, guys. See you tomorrow. Peace out.